Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the
Backseat Critics.
I've got morons on my team.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Look at them. All these poor, tragic people.
You fucking losers! Hey, and welcome back to the Backseat Critics, where we review movies, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're kind of unfortunate movies, I guess you could say. If you want to go down that route.
Yeah, I mean, we're, three High School Musicals in, and now The Descendants, 2015.
Made by the same...
Yeah, Kenny Ortega, the director, yeah.
Same. I think he did a lot better in this one.
Yeah, this one was surprisingly better than High School Musical.
The choreography was a lot better. The
story was actually, something.
Yes, and the musical numbers were a lot better as well.
Yes. Yeah,
a lot better as well, so good job. I have some questions about this movie, though.
I wonder if they're the same questions I have. Where did the kids come from? We know one parent. Is there, a sperm bank on this villain island that they're...
What do you mean we know only one parent?
We know Jafar is one parent of his son.
Oh,
we know
I see
that
what you're saying.
Mal is a daughter of Maleficent. But who's the dad?
So they touch base about that in the third one.
Oh.
So we do get into that kind of roots of Mal's parents in the third one.
Okay.
Now the bigger question, I think, is, though, we have Jafar kind of, before technology times and everything, right?
Yeah.
Sure. We had Maleficent. Sure. Could Jafar and Maleficent be at the same time period? Sure.
Perhaps.
Roughly, sure. Different parts of the world. Okay.
Yeah.
Evil Queen? Sure, maybe.
It's
Now Cruella, where is she as cars?
driving around in cars, and yeah.
How is she tied into that?
Meanwhile, on what is the island's name?
Arendelle? Or not Arendelle.
Auradon?
Auradon, yep. Arendelle's from Frozen.
There's Bald Mountain, which is the mountain from Fantasia, when they showed the map of Auradon at the very beginning. There's Bald Mountain, which is a map from Fantasia. So that's also in this world?
Now, if they captured all the evil and we're talking about the mountain from Fantasia, how did they capture Trinabog then? Because he is the prime, ultimate, he's the most powerful villain of all time.
Also, there was Skull Island in Auradon. What is that doing there?
I mean, so if we do listen to the story in the beginning, they do. I mean, these places do exist inside of these Disney towns or places,
right?
So I think it does kind of make sense in the fact to have these landmarks, because they remove the villains and decide to
just take it all for their own.
Yeah, they put them in. Was it in World War II? It was called the ghettos, right? They put them in a ghetto.
Yeah.
That's really what they just did.
It's so unfortunate, and then they barricade them off with a force field.
Exactly, and they're like, "Good luck with your COVID." Exactly what they just did.
Yeah. Just, hey, let's take some unpleasant parts about our society and let's quarantine them off in the slums, cut them off from technology and magic, and not let them go anywhere, and let them fend for themselves.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught Mal and all the kids kind of on the island. They did a pretty good job in the beginning of making it like you can tell those kids don't shower.
No.
Like the hair, you could tell they must have told the actress, "Hey, you can't shower for a week."
Yeah, it honestly, the opening bit with the first musical where they're doing flips through the market and stuff looked kind of like a scene that you would see in Oliver Twist in the slums of London kind of deal, where it's no one's showered, there's rats and mice. Sorry, I'm just looking up the cast here.
So my question, another question to that scene is that they were doing some pretty messed up stuff.
Like what?
Like stealing stuff from people.
Oh yeah.
Like
Okay.
kids, they're tagging things. How do those parents just not beat the crap out of those kids? I mean, are they just deathly scared of Maleficent and Jafar and all them, even though they don't have their powers?
Yeah, what is there to be scared of? Jafar's running a store too, so
Yeah.
are you scared of a store owner?
I mean, why are you afraid? You know what? You know who would be the most fearful person in there? Would be Ursula.
I was wondering what happened to her.
We'll see that in future movies.
Oh, that comes up.
That does come up. Ursula does come up. They expand in future movies their villain repertoire. Yeah.
Fancy. I was curious also about Gaston. We have the Beast, and we have I honestly forget.
Belle.
Thank you.
Belle.
And
who made why are we making those the
main two, and not Cinderella and Prince Charming?
Sure. I mean, there's so many people that we could have. I mean,
the Little Mermaid and what's his face?
Prince Eric.
Yeah.
I mean, Hercules is a god. How are we not doing
Where's
Hercules?
he?
Yeah.
Where's Hades?
Where's Zeus?
Yeah. I also read that the kid that played Cruella de Vil's kid.
Cameron Boyce, he died.
Yeah.
He did die.
Yeah.
Rest in
Like
peace,
something
Cameron
with
Boyce.
epilepsy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He was probably he's probably the most top rated cast.
Out of that main group.
Yeah, it's either him or Kristen. I'm gonna butcher her name, so I do apologize to whoever's listening to this because you stumbled across this. Kristen Chensworth or something like that. She is the Maleficent.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That those two are the most top rated cast. Everybody else, I think, are nobodies.
Yeah.
Maybe the Evil Queen might have been somebody.
Bobo Stewart, the guy that played Jafar's kid.
Yeah, what a name, Bobo.
Bobo or Boo Boo? I'm not sure.
Boo Boo, I think it is.
Is it Boo? So yeah, you're probably right. He was in some X-Men movies.
Yeah.
So that's
Cameron Boyce, though,
something.
he had that Disney show going for a little bit. I forgot, it was something with Jesse something was in it, and then it was
Yeah, it was just called Jesse.
Yeah.
And then it looks like he was also in Grown Ups.
He was in Grown Ups. He was one of the kids. I think he was Adam Sandler's son.
Okay.
And then he's also in a movie called Mirrors
Yes.
with Kevin Costner. What's his name?
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, I was just saying in 24 guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, he did hit on some. But you know what? I'm gonna go on the limb and say Kristen Chenoweth is probably the biggest person in here.
Yeah.
Maleficent. She was probably. I mean, you could kind of tell it was her just because of her voice, but I mean, she's been in a lot more higher end movies. So
Than the rest of the cast.
I think
Yeah.
Cameron Boyce was only a good call in this movie because most of these kids that probably grew up watching this probably watched Jessie. Like they're in the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Okay.
Like that's probably where we ended our childhood. Most likely.
I didn't even see that.
Sure. I mean, that's probably if you had Disney Channel, that's probably towards the end of our childhood. Most likely.
So yeah, we start off with this movie. They're in the slums. They're doing flips and stuff with the opening musical number. And then they meet with the parents.
Yes.
And we cut back to Oridon, the good guy's little place.
Yes.
And the son of Belle and Beast. Does he ever actually get a name other than Beast?
Ben.
Ben?
Ben is his name.
All right.
Ben Funky Doodle. I forgot his name. Florian, I think it is.
Wait, are you serious? That was actual name? I missed that.
His middle name, I think his middle name is Florian. Or something like that, yep. They talk about when they're on the bridge on their date.
Yeah, so we cut back and he's like, hey, I want to invite some of the kids of the villains over to our school for a bit and maybe try integrating them in our society a little bit more. Which his parents seem kind of taken aback about, I guess.
I mean, I would be too if I were from them, but I mean, yeah. I mean, you're like, these people tried to kill me. Why are these? Do you think these kids are not going to try to kill me too? I did their family dirty. That's why. That's probably why.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
did
yeah.
their
You
family dirty.
stick them over there on an island, quarantined off from the rest of the world, and then
Well, they did them dirty in their movies or their tales or their stories, and I mean, Beast basically killed. I mean, Gaston. If they ever show Gaston in these movies,
he's a zombie.
oh, I mean, he's either a zombie or that homie's walking around in. He's Stephen Hawking now,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
without
yeah,
the
yeah.
brains.
No,
He's definitely.
it's gonna be
Hello.
just big buff dude in a wheelchair,
Mm-hmm.
speaking by a little keypad.
He probably can only move a pinky at best.
He doesn't come back, does he?
Gaston?
Yeah.
We see his son. I mean, it's possible that Gaston could be dead, though. I think he does mention it later in that movie. That he says, "Tell your dad that my dad says hello to Ben."
I'm just trying to work out the timelines here. So yeah, we cut back to the kids on I forget what the island is called with all the villains on it.
I don't know.
And they start plotting and formulating a way to steal the wand to free them so they can take over Oradon.
Yes.
And this whole scene is bizarre where they're plotting and Maul and Maleficent have a staring contest, I guess.
Yep.
And that's how they come to the end of debates, is like
Just whoever can flex the most power.
by staring.
I mean, their eyes turn pretty green.
My eyes are hazel. If I stare at you, do I win an argument?
We can find out later.
Be looking deep in your eyes.
I mean, who wouldn't?
I mean, there's just
Get
like a
lost.
void behind there.
I mean, obviously I'm dumb enough to watch Descendants in High School Musical, so here I am.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I actually enjoy Descendants.
Yeah,
Besides
it's
all the craziness behind it, I do enjoy Descendants.
I really, really, really wanted to dislike it more than I did, and it's fine.
I think that's the problem behind this movie is that we want to dislike this movie so much. When you watch it, you're like, oh great, it's a Disney Channel original movie, it's a little kid movie.
It's a musical. You know, the target audience is like junior high, high school. I'm well past that.
No, little kids love this. They eat this up.
Little kids eat this up?
Eat this. I know. A sixth grader. You're not sixth grader. A 6-year-old loves this movie. Little kids love this movie. They love Mal and Evie, and little girls love this.
That's crazy. That's such a lower demographic than I would have thought.
Oh yeah, I think it's the songs. I think it's the outfits. They did a bright colors for the villains.
I do like the costumes.
They did bright colors. I think it's the story. I mean, we got princesses and
It's just told from the villain's side.
we got the villains. We got it all here.
I mean, this is at the time when we're kind of telling stories from the villain's side of point of view, like when movies and stuff.
Yep.
We have like Suicide Squad and oh god, there was like one other.
Joker.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's Venom. We have Morbius now.
But this one you can see
That was a
like
movie.
you can see the love behind this one. You know, like you have the little. I mean, what little girl doesn't love princesses? But she likes she wants to interact and be like, yes, I want my prince. This is like a boyfriend high school type drama that they like for them.
Okay.
There's that drama for them behind this. And it's pretty well at moving along.
It is pretty well paced. It is 2 hours though, which I do think they could have probably shaved off like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Half an hour. Kept it like a nice tight hour and a half.
So question for you.
Yeah.
So we have in Oradon, they said that we have multiple other kingdoms. The main one is Beauty and the Beast and Belle's.
Right.
Prince Charming's son is going to their high school. There's obviously other high schools. Who's the all-star for the other high schools? Who's kids?
Hercules.
Then
Has to.
why isn't that school the most dominant?
Money, maybe?
How do these places like not go to award too? I mean, this one also has Mulan's kid. There's the fairy godmother's kid.
They did Milan dirty in here. She got oh hi, I'm Milan's kid, and then leave scene. I think we
comes in
might
more
see her in
later.
the background.
You'll see her more later.
Okay.
We have a fairy godmother's kid. We have Aurora's kid. And, we have all of these kids. Where's I want to know where's Aladdin's kid? What schools did he go to?
How did Little Mermaid go to school? Because she's still a mermaid at the end of the movie, right?
No.
I haven't seen that.
Little Mermaid 2, she's on land.
Oh, does she end on land though?
I never
Or is
finished
it like
Little
the
Mermaid
classic
2.
fairy tale where she cuts off her legs and then tries to crawl back in the sea where she disintegrates into sea foam?
I think when she goes and touches water, she gets the tail again. I think that's the route they took.
That's convenient.
So when she goes into water, she becomes a mermaid again. What kind of power is that? Oh my gosh. I mean, showering would suck.
Yeah.
Little drop of water. Oh, crap.
Washing your hands anywhere.
Yeah, she must.
Public bathroom, just like washing your hands, just fall on the floor.
I wonder if that goes with any liquid, too. Like if she did rubbing
Rain.
alcohol. Rain. Yeah, you can't. When it rains, sorry, Mom can't go out today. Why? Because she'll turn into a fish.
Could you imagine she's driving and I don't know, get some water on herself because she spills a little bit and then
Hey. No, wait. Here we go. Hear me out.
all right, the ultimate plan.
She's walking out. It's a beautiful day out. No cloud in the sky.
Birds in the sky.
Exactly. A bird comes by, takes a little pee-pee. No, not a little poopy. A little pee-pee. A little psst. No, a little psst. And hits her. She turned into a mermaid with the water of the bird's piss. Now that would suck. But what school is dominant here? Is it really?
Also, where's Quasimodo's kid?
In a tower. This one also has Dopey. Where's Grumpy's kid? Where's Doc's kid? I mean, I guess we got to think though too that not all these people probably did the dirty at the same time.
But apparently
Some of
they
them didn't have
did. Given
kids.
Cruella's also in the same timeline, and
Yeah,
her kid
that's
is the
wild.
same age as Maleficent's kid and the Evil Queen's kid. And
Now another question is, obviously we saw other kids on the island, the ghetto, the villain island. What did these other kids do to deserve to be on this island as well? Because they weren't any characters' kids.
hold up, there's Skull Island, so there should be Peter Pan's kid, right? Just floating around.
So we do get into Captain Hook's kid later.
Okay.
I don't know if we can get into Peter Pan later unless we're talking about that new Rescue Rangers Peter Pan. But Peter Pan is technically a kid who can't do the dirty.
Unless you count Pan with Robin Williams.
Sure, but that's because he left Neverland.
And it's just Skull Island that's part of Auradon. Also, there's Bald Mountain from Fantasia. So where's Mickey Mouse's kid?
Running around.
I want to
through the
see
hole.
some gross human with Mickey Mouse ears.
Oh, jeez. All those humanoid pictures of him. Oh, man. But, I mean, you gotta... I guess I didn't think about it that way, though. There's these kids, some of them probably didn't do the dirty. Some of the parents. So, okay. I hear you out there, Disney. Good job there, I guess. Maybe Jasmine and Aladdin's kids are not old enough to go to the high school yet. Maybe. I don't know.
They have a monkey to take care of. And a genie.
I think they missed out on some opportunities here, though.
Yeah.
To have more kids.
What about Scar?
Yeah, no.
Dude,
Yeah.
why not?
I don't know how you put in I don't know how you'd put the animals in this. I mean, obviously we're talking about more human.
Just Channing Tatum, furry costume. Don't address it.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
I'd rather see like Adam Sandler in a costume and we'll roll with that.
Adam Sandler, no.
That'd be funny. Can we see like Jack Black in it? Yes. The answer is yes.
Jack. Okay.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
It's not no. The answer is yes.
Werner Herzog.
The answer is no.
The answer is yes.
Yeah. No. Will Ferrell? Yes. So with Will Ferrell, you know he's gonna take his shirt off at some point, probably.
He always does.
He gets in his underwear, which is perfect for this movie because we see booty cheeks in this movie, which is made for kids.
I knew that you were going to circle around to that, and I was just like, when and how is he going to shoehorn that in?
There we are. Here we are. We got
You were
the booty
so
cheeks.
focused on that when you
When
you came over. You're like, dude, booty cheeks.
there were booty cheeks in this movie.
Last night you texted me. You're like, dude, booty cheeks.
Exactly. How in the world did Disney get away with this? How did they get away with having booty cheeks in this movie meant for kids?
Yeah. I mean,
I wasn't even like, I don't know how many other. I only caught the one, but I didn't even like go back and look through the rest. Like, are there other cheeks in this movie? There's rated G, probably, maybe PG.
yeah.
No, I have the DVD box at home. I'm gonna have to go home and take a look.
You have the DVD of this.
I have the DVD of this. One year, my parents, they for Christmas, they're like, "What do we get you?" And I was like, "I don't need anything." They're like, "Okay, so what do we get you?" I was like, as a joke, I said, "The Descendants movies." I opened up my Christmas present. I have Descendants movies, all of them,
Just every single one.
every single one of them, well,
Oh,
except
man.
for the cartoons. But
I don't know whether to, if that's like a point to be proud of or what, but
it's something.
yeah.
Just a good pause moment for you to cut some stuff out if we need be. I love the fairy godmother's daughter in this.
Why?
She starts out as this. Oh no, there's a villain! Oh!
So skittish and like running away from them. Yeah.
And then turned into, I'm a pretty girl now.
Can you fix my nose next?
Mm-hmm.
She ends up being the one that takes the wand at the end.
Mm-hmm. I wonder why too.
She's so dead set on a nose.
That's true.
And Mal had told her earlier, I can't fix your nose without the wand because it's a big project.
Okay, wait. I need to backtrack here. Let's talk about Aurora's daughter, Sleeping Beauty's daughter.
Okay.
That gal just knows how to grab her man. Besides Ben. Ben obviously is under the spell. Gets with starts a crush on Mal, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the game, which is a wild sport, by the way.
What the heck kind of game is this? And we have the
It's Death Lacrosse.
yeah. We have
Death Lacrosse
this
paddleball.
no man's land where we're just shooting at the kids now.
Yes, I don't know how they got away with this, but okay.
It's a typical American high school.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. And wild sport. But no, at the end of this thing, Ben decides to go, hey, I'm in love with Mal now. So, yeah. And then she comes up and she goes, oh, by the way, I'm a child now, so bye-bye.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay, you know how to grab your man right away. I see you. And then at the end, I don't know where the booty cheeks happen at the big dance scene. She goes up to, I believe,
Well, this was the finale dance.
the finale dance. By the
Okay,
way, I like
okay.
that song. It's a good song. She comes up and steals Jafar's son and just grabs him and starts dancing with him. That girl knows how to get her man.
It's very demanding.
Yes. She just, oh, that's my man now.
You're mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seemed weird to me that her son was scared of dogs rather than more aggressive towards them, like his mom.
Did you catch that she actually caught one?
The little puppy that she has. Like,
I was just like, what?
it's so dark. How did they get away with that on a kid's movie? Because like the booty cheeks is an accident. That booty cheeks happen.
How do you not
once a
edit that
day?
out?
My booty cheeks just flare out. Like that's fine. But
What
But,
do you
like-
have back there? A dump truck? A Tonka truck back there? Like back it up. Boop, boop. Oh, sorry guys, they just slipped out.
I just gotta be super careful when I'm out and about because it's just like once a day.
Check
What?
my cakes out.
Just top of the muffin.
Like accidental booty slip. And now, don't worry, Disney. I can be part of your movies because you do it as well.
But like, how do they killing puppies and just like showing the dead dog on this lady's like shawl with a squeaker in it?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're just doing that?
Mm-hmm. We did do that.
We definitely did do that.
They did that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they did.
It's so dark. And right off the bat, too. That's like within the first 10 minutes.
100%.
Yeah.
100% within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And again, we go back to the museum scene where they break in for the first time to steal the wand. And they're running, and then Cruella DeVille's kid picks up the phone, turns off the alarm, and says, "Oh, hey, it was a malfunction on,
Looks
whatever
like a manual
circuit."
thing right there, yeah.
And then he runs away, and we never touch on that bit of him again.
We found out that he's kind of like a technological genius somehow when he comes from an island that doesn't have any technology.
Right.
But he's a technology genius somehow. He's just a whiz kid.
Do we ever touch on that again in the other two movies?
That he's good at technology?
Yeah.
No, he's just good at technology the whole time. That's all he is. Eventually he gets a 3D printer, believe it or not. Yes, he gets a 3D printer and they roll with that a couple of times. No, he's just a technological genius. He picks up the video games, which is like basically
It's just like a knockoff Wii.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's a knockoff
It's just
Wii.
like with little batons with lights at the end.
You know what? It's actually a knockoff is the PlayStation 3, the Move. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
No, I didn't.
So that was their version of the Wii, since everybody was trying to figure out, or that was their way to combat the Xbox's Kinect at the time.
Okay.
So, but that's basically what they had was the PlayStation 3 Move
with PlayStation 1 graphics.
You gotta say with worse graphics. Like that is a game that I would probably play in a nickel arcade.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah.
I can see myself playing that maybe I wouldn't play that game, but that's a game I could see in Wonderland or somewhere like that.
Man, like some Nintendo 64 games looked better than that. Not much, but
yeah. Some of the cutscenes at least.
Yeah. How's Ursula's kid get around? Are they half
next
kid?
movie? You'll see.
Okay. Are they half squid or octopus?
You'll see next movie. They introduced Gaston's kid, Smee's kid.
Oh,
Smee gets involved. Other kids get involved in it. I think Drusilla, the evil stepmother from Cinderella.
Yeah.
The evil stepsister's daughter gets one of the daughters he introduced.
Okay.
Their kid. What's his face? Dr. Facilier.
So this movie was like kind of okay. Like it was pretty good.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
For what it was, when you watch it, you're like,
it's a popcorn movie.
I think you watch it and you go, okay, I see these villains. I know these villains. I know these characters. They're done in a pretty decent way for being a low budgeted just for TV movie.
Yeah.
And you watch and you go, okay, this is better than what I expected. This story is moving along. It's not dragging.
Frankly, the villains in Disney movies are a little bit more entertaining than the heroes.
Yeah, I mean,
I would argue, like outside of maybe like Hercules or Simba.
Hercules is a little dry himself.
Yeah.
Cocky Hercules was fun, but
yeah, he's fun. But like out of all the heroes.
well, the way it's done though, it's definitely something that can keep you entertained.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's not bad. You can watch it. Okay, yeah. Like that's okay.
Yeah.
It slowly does get downhill from here. I think the second one goes like up and down, kind of like what our High School Musical. I think Disney is terrible at second movies. They tried to recreate it with the third movie, and the third movie is not always as great as the first one, but it's better than the second.
Yeah.
And sadly, for this series, this is going to be the case.
Does it get more fun as the movies go on?
Like more cheesy? Yes.
Oh, I'm here for it, man.
You're here for the cheese. My only thing about this movie that drives me wild is how do we get to this point where there is kids on this island of the villains that they don't belong to any villain, probably.
Right.
Like, why are they there?
There's just tons of kids there. Yeah.
Or why are these adults there? Like, did they steal something and they're like, oh, you gotta go to the island now, and they just toss them in? Is that their jail? Like, if you mess up, you're going to the island with all these other crazy people.
Right. I was just kind of curious because Jafar's running a store, and he relies on his son to steal items for him to sell. So clearly these villains don't have much of a stranglehold on the island, otherwise why steal it?
Exactly.
When you could just, it's yours. So, yeah, who are these other people? And
You're saying that they're not stealing from him.
yeah.
We do have to touch on this. The timer's running out. What about that love spell? In a muffin? Was it a muffin or a cookie? Which one was it?
It was a cookie.
It was a cookie.
It was a cookie.
What about that love spell in that cookie?
That was wild. That is a little Bill Cosby.
A little bit of a twist on this movie, though. Like, they do the love spell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the feeling in the beginning, Mal and Ben, you can tell that they were feeling each other.
They were flirting. They were flirting.
They were flirting. They were feeling each other. They're like,
Yeah.
okay. And then the love spell, I think that just gave Ben the excuse. He's just like, this girl, Sleeping Beauty's daughter, crazy.
Super clingy.
Then she leaves. But obviously, he goes with Mal and wears off in this mystical river somewhere on the property of somewhere. They rode bikes.
Pretended to drown for a little bit, I think.
Ben?
Yeah, didn't he pretend to drown and then Mal went out to try to save him?
No,
But
she sang this. She sang her song about, oh man, maybe I need to be a good person instead. And a little switch in the movie for her. And then she turns around and there's no Ben. I think she just went into the water, if I remember right.
Yeah. But I thought was it her that couldn't swim?
She couldn't swim.
Okay.
Ben obviously dove in. There's a little. I went straight Wolverine, and then
Just ripped off his shirt.
he had little crowns on his pants.
No booty cheeks here.
No booty cheeks in this scene. That was at the end. At the end. But yes, this movie, I would. Once I have a kid and everything, grow up again or so,
It's a good one to show kids. All right. Well, that is it.
Stay
Wait
tuned
for
for
us
next time.
Yeah, wait for us next time where we'll be covering Descendants Dose
With the C.
with the C.
Yeah, this one's more of about.
Ocean.
I forgot. There is a little bit of a title underneath it. It's got more of the Little Mermaid.
If you liked us, go ahead and subscribe or like our podcast. And
We're
until
done.
next time.
We're talking into the microphone. Who's there? Is it coming in? I see black lights.
Is it working now? Yes, it is.
Hashtag Andrew.
I'm sorry, when I paused it before, I changed some of the settings.
Timer's going again.